What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Punk Rock Radar. Today, we are doing our top 5 MXPX songs. I am joined by Dylan, aka Screeching Bottle Rocket from DyingScene.com. Dylan, good morning. How are you doing over there?
I'm awesome. I'm gonna be better in 5 or 6 hours when the Bucks are 2-0. They beat the sorry ass Bears.
Yeah, I'm not feeling so good. I know most of you guys know, but I am a long suffering Jets fan. But at least I got my Longhorns. Dylan predicted a loss to Wyoming yesterday, but they prevailed. So for your non-sports fans, let's get into this one. Dylan, I'm gonna pass it to you first. And if it's your first time watching this series, Dylan and I are just gonna go over our top 5 MXPX songs in no particular order. So Dylan, what is your first favorite MXPX track?
It was very tough deciding on 5. I'm not sure how definitive my choices are, just because MXPX is one of my favorite bands. But we'll go with one of my favorite songs from my favorite MXPX album, Life in General. And that song is Today Is In My Way. One of the first MXPX songs I can remember hearing. And a lot of my choices are going to be based on how fun these songs are to like play along to on guitar and stuff, because MXPX I feel like is one of the most fun bands to play along to on guitar. And this song is really fun. The whole album is too.
I've got a couple picks that are fun to play on guitar too, so I'm with you. And I didn't do this with NoFX and Pennywise, but I've got a lot of songs that are actually on their greatest hits. But it is what it is. They're on there for a reason. And my first pick, Dylan, is going to be Tomorrow's Another Day off of my second favorite MXPX album, which is Slowly Going the Way of the Buffalo. I originally was thinking maybe Under Lock and Key, Cold and Alone, Set the Record Straight. There's just so many good songs on here, but I'm going with Tomorrow's Another Day is my favorite song on the album. Dylan, do you any thoughts on Tomorrow's Another Day?
It is a top 3 song on Buffalo easily.
There we go.
So yes, this was in consideration among a few other songs on this album for me to include. My second pick is gonna be from the album before Life in General, Teenage Politics. And that is Something More. Again, a very fun song to play on guitar, especially that main riff, that so yeah, this is an awesome song, easily my favorite from Teenage Politics. Much better than the title track and Punk Rock Show. I feel like this song should be the one people focused on.
Yeah, dude, that's an interesting pick because I was thinking to have the title track on my list. I don't think I picked a single song from that album. I could be wrong. But yeah, it's an underrated track on there. Good pick. My next pick is going to be probably my favorite MXPX song to play on guitar. So I didn't even know you were going to bring that up, but I'm going back to Life in General. I'm going Middle Name. The opening track on Life in General was probably the first MXPX song I learned how to play on guitar. It's still one of my favorite of their tracks. And what a way to kick off probably their most well-known album, I think most highly revered album, if I had to guess. So going Middle Name. Dylan, was this one in consideration at all for your list?
No, the lyrics are a little too corny on this one. I do like Mike does like this album was this wasn't pre-Blink, but I think it was probably before Tom DeLonge started doing his peculiar vocal inflections. But I like how Mike starts it with I think he says "we motion." He says "we motion" or something. I don't know. It's like he adds like a W to it. But yeah, the I know you believe in the one true God above thing, that's no, that's Do Your Feet Hurt, isn't it? Ah, okay. Still, this song's pretty corny though. I think it's one of the weaker ones as
Oof.
far as lyric as far as lyrics
Lyrics,
go.
yeah, okay.
I mean, the whole album's awesome. So.
Been long with a long time. Wish I never let you. I wish I could forget you and what you said.
All right, song number 3 for me for MXPX is gonna be my "Slowly Going the Way of the Buffalo" song. I'm okay, you're okay. Um, was this one or "Party My House Be There" the Cooties song? Do you remember? I think it was this one, wasn't it?
I think so, because I know there's like a weirder version of this floating around out there. I think you're right. I think it is this one. Maybe
fact
both.
check it. Yeah, it is. Okay, so there was I like the MXPX version more, obviously, but yeah, the Cooties version of this song is also pretty fun. Yeah, this is the slowest song on my list. I had to change it up a little bit. The rest of them are all pretty fast. Um, but I think this is one of their stronger, like, poppy songs.
Yeah, I think we had this in guess the song. Maybe I would say this is like in my top 7 on the album. I don't know. There's always been others on Buffalo that I liked a little more, but I mean it's one of their signature songs. So no issues from me here.
I'm away, it is me, and I'm away, and you're okay.
I've got a bit of a weird one up next. I was going back and forth between several, and we're gonna hit our honorable mentions down the road. But I'm going "Prove It to the World" off of the Ever Passing Moment, which I think may be my favorite MXPX album. I know that may be a little controversial, but this came out when I was in like my peak pop punk fandom. I was still in high school, coming off Enema of the State, that kind of stuff. So when this came out, it was just like a little bit of a different style to what I was currently listening to. And this is the song that I still listen to most now. I've got a couple honorable mentions coming up, but Dylan, I know, speaking of kind of goofy lyrics, this one's probably right up there with Middle Name, but overall thoughts on "Prove It to the World" and or "Ever Passing Moment"?
Ever Passing Moment is a solid album. I don't know that it's one of my favorite MXPX albums. Um, it's a good song though. This was one that came to mind when I was making my decisions.
Nice.
And this is on like the back end of the album too, isn't it? Like it's near the end.
I feel like it's like track 5. I don't have it in front of me, but I don't know if it's on the back half, but you could be right. It's been a while since I listened to the physical CD.
I can't hold back, I can't relax, I can't let go, I can't say no, can't take the time, can't make you.
I think "My Mistake" is also a good song off this album. And obviously "Responsibility." My fourth pick, we're going back to the well on teenage politics, and it's a weird one, "Money Tree." And again, this is another really fun song to play the little guitar part on. That little noodly, like screeching weasel style guitar lead they have on this song. I could be wrong. I think it's about like not wanting to go to college, because I think it starts with 4 more years ain't right for me. I don't think so. But yeah, I mean, it's a fun song. It's very juvenile, but I can relate to "Money Tree" a lot.
Yeah, this one's all right, man. This is probably my least favorite on your list, but it's still a decent track.
Never wanna be my money tree. Never wanna be my money tree.
So I think I've got another weird one coming up, man. I'm going to "Secret Weapon," and I know this one's on the back half, but for some reason, this song I've always really liked. I've got bass so low, and I don't know what it is with this one. I just really like the vocal melody and the verses. It's actually not too far removed from "Prove It to the World" in that aspect, but just a song, and I stuck up for Secret Weapon before. I know a lot of people were saying Secret Weapon is a C tier, D tier, whatever album, but it's one that I got on release day. It's one that I still listen to. It's pretty damn polished, but I love it. And this is my favorite song, I think so, on there. So I'm slotting it in here at number 2, no particular order. So Dylan, anything to say about Bass So Low or Secret Weapon?
So Secret Weapon was actually the first MXPX album I ever heard. My uncle, shout out Uncle Kevin, got me the album on CD. I can't remember if it was for my birthday or for Christmas. But yeah, so this is a very special album to me. I think the theme behind this song is really fun. The album as a whole is, I feel like, the closest they got to a concept album. And this song fits like the feel you get from, the art direction and stuff of the album really well. It's almost like cyberpunk-ish kind of theme. So yeah, this song is really fun. The main hook is the bass part, obviously, and it reminds me a bit of this is like MXPX's like long view kind of with that bass part. I think Chick Magnet would be closer, but yeah, this is a really fun song and an album that's special to me.
Breaking through computer screens and running in your living room. Be a talented T-Rex like me.
So yeah, my last pick is gonna be also from Secret Weapon, and it's my favorite song off the album, which is Angels. And I know a lot of people give MXPX shit for, at one point they had some obvious Christian themes in their songs, and I feel like this song isn't like overtly Christian. The title makes it seem like that, but it's not really anything like that. But yeah, this is a great song. Another song with a really cool guitar riff. That so yeah, this is an awesome song, my favorite off of Secret Weapon.
Where angels carry me along the way.
Yeah. All right. So Dylan, before I do my last one, any honorable mentions, songs that almost made your list but just didn't make the cut?
Yeah, I mean, too many to name. Chick Magnet, Your Problem, My Emergency. There's a bonus track off of Secret Weapon I really like. It's called The Hoo Ha Jangle. Someone with a way to rip this CD, upload that song to YouTube so people can listen to it. It's a great song.
All right. So before I do my last one, my honorable mentions, I've got a couple from Secret Weapon. I really like Contention and Shut It Down. And the one that I swapped out last minute was My Life Story. That's the one I was referencing earlier, but I didn't want another lead track, another single, but I love My Life Story, one of my favorite MXPX songs. But I'm going to the first MXPX CD that I ever owned, which is Let It Happen. I just bought it because it had the most songs, and I'm picking the title track off of it. I think it's even on their Greatest Hits album too. So there was a couple songs on here, like the first few tracks on Let It Happen are all really good, and because this is my first one, those are the ones I listen to most. But Let It Happen is just one of those songs, like, I don't listen to it too much anymore, but when I do, the melody still gets stuck in my head, and I'll be singing it the rest of the day. It's a great song, another one of their signature tracks. So, Dylan, before we wrap this one up, anything to say about the album Let It Happen? Anything to say about the song? Or anything else you want to say before we say goodbye?
Time of our lives, should have been thinking about that now. Turn the world around, and I'll let it happen every time.
The song is fantastic. I would say it's a real tearjerker. Song, very, I don't know, the lyrics mixed with the melody and that main guitar part. I feel like this song is the closest of MXPX songs to almost make me cry listening to it. That's not a joke either. It's an awesome song. It's a very sentimental song. There's two versions of the compilation album. There's the deluxe one that was like a anniversary reissue or whatever. That has like, I think it's a double disc and it has like a shitload of songs on it. It's insane how many songs there are. Was Jars of Clay on Let It Happen or Pokin' At Ya?
Jeez,
There's some
man.
weird.
I don't know.
There's some weird, real deep cuts on Let It Happen. Some
Yeah, there's like
there's
30,
also-
30 something songs. I can't. If we ever do MXPX Guess the Song, I'm gonna be in big trouble if people are pulling from that one.
Yeah, there's a bunch of like the demo or like the rough versions of like Life in General songs too, like the Move to Bremerton. That's another song I should have mentioned.
yeah.
So it's like a mix of politics and life in general, and then some other random stuff. So I feel like it's a good if you want to get into like early MXPX, it's a good starting point. Just gives you like a sample of a little bit of everything.
So, do you remember the first MXPX song you ever heard? I know you said the first album was Secret Weapon.
Oh, I guess it would have been probably would have been like Move to Bremerton or something.
See, I distinctly remember I bought 5 Years on the Street, Vagrant Comp, in the late 90s, and I think they have a cover of Blue Moon on that CD. So that was the first MXPX song that I ever heard, and I still like that song too. I completely forgot about it, but it's a good cover. But yeah, that's gonna wrap things up here, guys. These are our top 5 MXPX songs. If you guys have any bands you'd like to see us do, just leave it in the comments, or better yet, join our Discord. There'll be a link down below. That's where the idea for this series came about. So if you have an idea, something you want to see us do, a band you want to see us talk about, head over to the link in the Discord. If it's expired, let me know. I always pick doesn't expire and it still manages to expire. But yeah, click the link down below. Leave a comment, thumbs up, subscribe. All that stuff helps support the channel. And we will see you all next time.